Caitlin Clark loved her. Fever coach getting technical foul and offered to pay the fine. Caitlin Clark approved of Fever head coach Stephanie White picking up a technical foul late in their blowout win Thursday, and even said she'd pay the fine. According to White, White was yelling toward officials during an Indiana possession with just over 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Fever leading the Aces by 23. And after one referee signaled for a technical, Clark, out with a groin injury, immediately jumped up from the bench, started clapping and high-fived White. Then, after the game, when asked about the foul and whether it was frustration boiling over, White smiled before eventually revealing that Clark was paying for it. I don't know about frustrations boiling as more to just like making a point, White told reporters. Caitlin said, "She got me, though. She just got a bonus." White was referencing the Fever's recent Commissioner's Cup title and the share of a $500,000 0-cents prize that each player received for the in-season tournament, which they secured even with Clark out with a left groin injury that has sidelined her for Indiana's last 4 games. During her first year coaching Clark in the Fever, White hasn't attempted to hide her thoughts about the officiating, as she called out the referees for missing a foul call on the final possession of their narrow loss to the Liberty in May. The Fever, viewed as a group that could contend for the title entering the year, have collected just a 9-8 start after Thursday's 81-54 win, though Clark averaging 18.2 points, 8.9 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, has missed time with an injury at 2 separate points. The Fever will host the Sparks on Saturday, and while it's unclear if Clark will return, White told reporters earlier in the week that Indiana wants to operate with caution, with the 2 wins at one event, while the second one came with bad weather, and avoid having the injury spiral into something that could impact her availability even after returning. Making progress and feeling good are 2 different things, White said, according to the Indy Star. We want to make sure that she feels good. We want to make sure that she's confident. We want to make sure that we're not putting her in a position to have any setbacks. That's the priority right now. The Indiana Fever were locked in a gritty fourth quarter battle, and tensions inside the Gainbridge Fieldhouse were boiling hotter than Indiana asphalt in July. The refs had swallowed their whistles on 3 straight plays where Caitlin Clark got bodied. A no call here, a hack there, and then finally a blatant arm swipe as she attacked the rim. The crowd erupted in frustration. So did Christy Sides. The Fever's head coach stormed out of the coach's box, voice rising above the buzz of the arena. "That's 3 straight, ref. She's getting hammered." The official turned, raised his hand, and just like that, technical foul. Whistle. Boom. Chaos. The crowd exploded, not in anger, in approval. And on the sidelines, Caitlin Clark, she loved it. Coach takes the heat. Clark feels the fire. The moment was more than just a tee. It was a message. Clark jogged over during the stoppage, a grin tugging at the corner of her mouth. She slapped Coach Sides on the back like a teammate just drained a 3. "You've got my back." As she said, "I'll get yours. I'll pay that fine." Laughter broke out on the Fever bench, but Caitlin was dead serious. Reporters caught the exchange after the game and pressed Clark about it in the post-game presser. "I mean, she got that tee for me, right?" Clark said with a smirk. "She was defending me. She was fired up. I loved it, honestly. I respect the hell out of that. I told her I'd pay the fine. I meant it." The moment that lit a fire, the Fever would go on to win the game in dramatic fashion, with Clark dishing out assists like a poker dealer and draining a clutch 3 in the final 2 minutes that nearly lifted the roof off the arena. But it wasn't just the stat line or the win that made the night unforgettable. It was that moment, that defiant, emotional stand from her coach that shifted the game's energy. That was the turning point, said forward Nalissa Smith. "We saw Coach go off and we were like, okay, it's time to match that energy." It was as if Coach Sides gave permission for the team to stop being polite and start playing mean. Not dirty, not reckless, but assertive, angry, fierce. Clark, ever the composed competitor, unleashed her own fire after that tee. She stopped looking for calls and started forcing the issue. She played downhill, drove the lane, and hit shots with defenders draped over her. It was like she flipped a switch, one Fever assistant coach noted. Respect earned in the heat of battle for a rookie under immense pressure, burdened with not only leading a franchise but carrying the face of a league. Clark has handled it all with poise. but she's also taken more hard fouls and cheap shots than most all-stars do in a season. And sometimes, all you need is to know someone sees it. That someone's fighting for you. When you've got a coach who goes to war for you like that, Clark said, you want to give her everything you've got. Christy Sides, speaking after the game, laughed about the fine but didn't back down. Sometimes you've got to make your point, she said. Caitlin's earned the respect. If the officials aren't giving it, I will. As for Clark's offer to pay the fine, she's sweet for that, Sides chuckled. But no, that's on me. A rookie becomes a leader. This wasn't just another WNBA game. This was a moment of growth. For Clark, for her coach, and for the team. It was one of those rare, unscripted flashes where basketball becomes something more. A statement, a connection, a spark that rallies a locker room. And it also marked a turning point in Clark's transition from rookie to leader. She's not just a scorer, said teammate Erica Wheeler. She's the heartbeat. She's learning to fight with us, not just for us. Clark's willingness to stand behind her coach, even financially, wasn't just a headline. It was symbolic of a buy-in. Her commitment to this team. Her understanding that greatness isn't just about 30-foot jumpers and flashy assists. It's about loyalty, passion, fire. Clark's viral moment. As expected, the clip of Clark telling Sides, "I'll pay that fine," spread like wildfire across social media. WNBA fans, NBA players, and even pop culture celebrities reposted it with captions like "Ride or Die energy. That's a real one. Caitlin Clark gonna own the league in 2 years." Within hours, memes were circulating. Clark with dollar bills. Clark as a lawyer defending Sides in court. Even Clark photoshopped into a rap album called "Pay the Fine, Win the Game." For a league still carving out its mainstream space, this was gold. Authentic moments, emotion, drama, personality. Clark delivers it all, and not just through her game. Final whistle, more than a fine in the world of pro basketball. Technical fouls come and go. But this one meant something. It told the world that Coach Christy Sides has her stars back, no matter the cost. And it told the Fever that Caitlin Clark is all in, not just as a player, but as a teammate. In the end, the box score will show the Fever won by 6. Clark had 21 points and 8 assists. Sides had a T. The fine will probably be a few $1,000s. But the message